These recent tragedies have left you without an obvious heir.
The king has an heir, my lord has.
Despite how difficult this time is, Your Grace, I feel it important the succession be firmly in place for the stability of the realm.
The succession is already set, by precedent and by law.
Shall we say his name? Daemon Targaryen.
If Daemon were to remain the uncontested heir, it could destabilize the realm.
No one here can know what Daemon would do were he king, but no one can doubt his ambition.
I named Daemon Master of Laws, but you said he was a tyrant. As Master of Coin, you said he was a spendthrift that would beggar the realm. Putting Daemon in command of the City Watch was your solution. Daemon is my brother, my blood, and he will have his place at my court. What are you saying? My brother would murder me, take my crown. Are you?
Okay. Yeah.
Daemon has ambition, yes, but not for the throne. He lacks the patience for it.
Under such circumstances, it would not be an aberration for the king to name a successor.
Well, who else would have a claim?
The king's firstborn child.
Rhaenyra. A girl.
Rhaenyra.
No queen has ever sat the Iron Throne.
That is only by tradition and precedent, Lord
If
Strong.
order and stability so concerns this council, then perhaps we shouldn't break 100 years of it by naming a girl heir.
I will not be made to choose between my brother and my daughter.
You wouldn't have to, Your Grace. There are others who would have a claim.
Such as your wife, Lord Corlys, or the queen who never was.
Rhaenys was the only child of Jaehaerys' eldest son.
Oh,
She had a
she's-
strong claim at the Great Council, and she already has a male
Just
heir.
know
We
my
expect
wife
about
and son are dead!
Mm-hmm.
I will not sit here and suffer crows
Right.
that come to feast on their corpses!
I mean, seriously. Give him a moment. So the little one is Rhaenyra. The other one is Rhaenyra. Rhaenys? I don't know. I don't get it.
How's Rhaenyra?
She lost her mother.
So that's Rhaenyra with the...
Mm-hmm.
The queen was well loved by all.
How is his grace?
Very low. Which is why I sent for you. I thought you might go to him. Offer him comfort.
In his chambers.
He'll be glad of a visitor.
Yeah, that's interesting.
You might wear one of your mother's dresses.
And of the king is trying to make some moves.
He's sending her to the king.
That's what it sounds like.
Okay.
The Lady Alicent Hightower, Your Grace.
I thought I might come and look in on you, Your Grace. I brought a book. When my mother died, people only ever spoke to me in riddles. All I wanted was for someone to say that they were sorry for what happened to me. I'm very sorry, Your Grace.
Before we begin, Your Grace, I have a report I feel compelled to share. Last night, Prince Daemon bought out one of the pleasure houses on the Street of Silk to entertain officers of the City Watch. He toasted Prince Balon,
The king's son.
styling him the heir for
Oh,
the day.
really?
Damn, man.
Come on.
Told you that dude's a bona fide.
That doesn't seem...
I corroborated this report with 3 separate witnesses. The evening was, by all accounts, a celebration.
You cut the image of the conqueror, brother. The heir for a day. Did you say it?
Is he doing it to make it easy for him to not choose him? You know what I mean? Because that just doesn't seem...
He just being a Targaryen.
Like some.
We must all mourn in our own way, Your Grace.
You have no allies at court but me. I have only ever defended you. Yet
You've only ever tried to send me away to the Vale, to the City Watch, anywhere but by your side. 10 years you've been king, and yet not once have you asked me to be your hand.
Why would I do that?
Because I'm your brother. You're weak, Viserys. And that council of leeches knows it. They all prey on you for their own ends.
I have decided to name a new heir.
I'm your heir.
Not anymore. You are to return to Runestone and your lady wife at once. And you are to do so without quarrel. By order of your king.
Oh, this is gonna deepen the rift between them for sure.
Yeah.
You are the very best of your mother. And I believe, as I know she did, that you could be a great ruling queen.
David is your heir.
Damon was not made to wear the crown. But I believe that you will.
I, Corlys Velaryon, Lord of the Tides and Master of Driftmark, promise to be faithful to King Viserys and his named heir, the Princess Rhaenyra. I pledge fealty to them. I shall defend them against all enemies.
Well,
with good faith,
okay.
without deceit.
Progressive.
Yes.
I swear
I
this
mean, let's be
by the
real.
old
His
gods
brother
and
was
the
a
new.
halfway decent person.
Yeah, for
This is no
sure.
trivial gesture, but the Iron Throne is the most dangerous seat in the realm.
I, Lord Hobart Hightower, Beacon of the South, Defender of the Citadel, and Voice of Old Town, promise to be faithful to King Viserys and his named heir, the Princess Rhaenyra. I pledge fealty to them, and shall defend them against all enemies in good faith and without deceit. I swear this by the
She was
old
going
gods
bad
and
real quick. Real quick.
There's something else that I need to tell you. Just as Daenerys foresaw the end of Valyria, Aegon foresaw the end of the world of men. Just to begin with a terrible winter, gusting out of the distant north.
I'm Rickon Stark, Lord of Winter.
Stark.
Aegon saw absolute darkness riding on those winds, and whatever dwells within will destroy the world of the living. When this great winter comes, Rhaenyra, all of Westeros must stand against it. And if the world of men is to survive, a Targaryen must be seated on the Iron Throne. Aegon called his dream the Song of Ice and Fire. This secret, it's been passed from king to heir since Aegon's time. Now you must promise to carry it. Promise me this, Rhaenyra. Promise me.
And don't sit on my throne without no clothes. Cut yourself.
Right.
I don't remember them swords like in the original.
Sarah's Targaryen,
Yeah.
first of his name,
She had him.
It was all of them. I just remember the seat itself having them.
and the first man, Lord of the Seven Kingdoms. You hereby name Rhaenyra Targaryen, Princess of Dragonstone, and heir to the Iron Throne.
Did we know that from the Game of Thrones that there was a female on the throne? Because I don't remember that.
No, there's lore about her and someone else fighting for it. I don't know
So they
who got
mentioned
it.
her name. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, this was such a surprise to me. Okay, that was the premiere episode of House of the Dragon, right? I keep wanting to say the House of Dragons. House of the Dragons. Okay. All right, that was pretty good. What I was trying to do was this. And in my mind just
I pointed at it. I was like,
what am I doing? Anyway, so Well, listen, I felt like we weren't reacting much because we were just watching this whole hour long, just like everything, just absorbing everything. So it's going to be interesting putting this video together for YouTube because we didn't really say much.
No, we said some stuff early on.
Yeah.
Based on the memories and stuff like that. But then after that, it's just, trying to figure out who these characters
Right.
are.
Piece it all together. It's so many different people. But that was pretty good. We're always so hesitant about watching spinoffs, but I like where this is headed. I like the fact that it's a prequel, and I liked the nostalgia of just being in the world again, and with the music and all of that.
What is Rhaenyra supposed to protect at the end when he was giving her that little speech? Protect what?
Rhaenyra? Oh, protect the kingdom?
That's what he... Okay.
Yeah, that was actually really surprising to me. I don't know how you guys felt about that, but I just did not expect... I for some reason, I don't know anything about the House of the Dragon. I did not expect a woman to be named the heir. I just didn't expect that at all.
I felt like there was a lot of exposition. I get that they have to, so you can kind of catch up with the story. It having a few lulls, but when you're trying to figure out characters, this is how it goes.
Right, we got to do the setup.
Because if it's anything like the other one, they all have their own modus operandi. They all have, they're all trying to do something that's not straightforward. They all has ulterior motives.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And just trying to figure that out. Now, we know his brother, just straightforward what he wants. He wants to be the king, and he will kill, maim, cut heads off, or whatever he's got to do to get that. You know what I mean? So, but
I don't know. I guess in the beginning it seemed to me like that's not what he wanted. That he just wanted to be free so he can just do whatever he wanted to do. Nah. But he wants that power and to still be able to do what he wants to do, right? Okay, well, that's interesting. So now the rift between Viserys and Daemon is, it seems as if it's going to start some type of uprising. Yeah, they're gonna, just within the family. And then the fact that Rhaenyra, one of them, I should write it down. The older woman, they passed her up, right? Remember they said the woman who would have been queen or should have been queen or couldn't be queen. She was in line at one point, but they chose the brother instead. Which was like, oh yeah, of course. Like in the very beginning, remember? Right. They chose the brother. Right. And I'm like, why are you standing there looking like you were expecting to be chosen? You're a woman. And so now for, I guess her niece to be chosen. I don't know the relationship.
But I think she's married to the brother and she had two mixed children. Yeah. Which we didn't learn a whole lot about them at all. I'm interested to know what's the story behind that, because I think in the one we saw, was there any people of ethnicity in that show? Yeah,
there were people of ethnicity. They were not in the royal family.
Oh no, but there was one guy in a different city. He actually owned the city.
Oh yeah,
he was trying to give him Daenerys. I remember that. So yeah, but you're right, within their family dynamic
within the royal family. Yeah, that is new. So that's interesting. Let's see. Oh, it was so tragic, the fact that her mother, had such a terrible time trying to give birth and wound up dying in childbirth, and the baby died shortly after. So yeah, I had actually expected the baby to live for some reason. I don't know why. And so what else? I guess that was it, huh?
Well, they introduced Baratheon, the people from the Vale.
Right. And you said the Baratheons were in power at first. Well, originally. In Game of Thrones, they mentioned it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was the king, the big chubby guy.
Well, yeah, by the time we saw it, he became the king. But I thought you meant that he was that Baratheon, the Baratheon family line were royalty before the Targaryen. Okay, Targaryen. Okay, got you. Okay, I think that's it. We're gonna go ahead and stop this here. So this is gonna be our Friday. This is gonna be our Friday flow show until the end. So we got 10 episodes. We got 9 more episodes left. Once this particular show is over, we're going to have an empty slot for Friday flow show. So if you like our videos, please by all means like, comment, subscribe, and share. And you can catch these full-length videos on our Patreon channel if you're interested. If not, that's perfectly fine. You can just wait for these videos to show up here. And also, if you do go to Patreon, you will have the opportunity to choose our next Friday Flow show. We're just now starting this. We're just now really starting this channel. So odds are that if you just go and sign up, then we will actually be watching your show, because it takes time for people to express interest. So more than likely, if there's something that you really want us to react to, we will be reacting to it, okay, if you sign up. All right. Did you have anything else to add, Agent X?
No, see you on the flip side.
Okay, see you on the flip side. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get into episode 2. So until next time, thanks for watching, and let's flow.